Evicting a tenant can seem like a complicated process, but in this video we'll quickly explain eviction laws in Rhode Island and how to recover your property in 5 simple steps. First, what is an eviction? Eviction is the process of legally removing a tenant. It's illegal for a landlord to change locks or physically remove a tenant themselves. So if the renter refuses to leave after violating their lease, you must seek an eviction from the court. The process for simply terminating a lease differs from that of an eviction. Lease terminations require proper notice from the landlord or tenant, and state requirements can be found on our website. Legal reasons for eviction in Rhode Island. A landlord only has grounds to evict a tenant for reasons allowable in the state. The first step in the eviction process is to give the lessee a notice to quit. Non-payment of rent. If the tenant is late on rent, you can serve them a 5-day notice to pay or quit. This gives them 5 days to pay rent in full, along with any penalties, or vacate the property. Non-compliance. If the tenant violates their lease, a non-compliance notice gives them 20 days to either comply with the lease or vacate the property. If it's the second time of the same violation within 6 months, the landlord can opt to make that notice incurable, whereby the tenant must vacate without a chance to remedy the violation. Illegal activity. If the tenant is engaging in illegal activities on the premises, you may issue a 24-hour notice to quit, which requires the tenant to vacate within 24 hours. Rent grace period. In Rhode Island, there is a 15-day rent grace period. A notice to quit for unpaid rent cannot be served until after the 15th day that the rent is late. 5 steps to legally evicting a tenant in Rhode Island. Serve the notice to quit. Choose the form you need and download or fill it out on eforms.com. Post it on the tenant's door and also send it via certified mail with a return receipt requested via USPS. If the breach is curable, you must wait for the specified number of days before taking further action. File eviction papers with the court. If the tenant hasn't mitigated the issue and remains on the property, or if the breach is incurable, you can proceed to court. You'll need to file the following in the local district court where the property is located. Complaint for eviction for non-payment if the eviction is for unpaid rent, or a complaint for eviction for other than non-paid rent. This is for any other type of breach. Serve the court documents. The tenant now needs to receive the information about the case filed against them, so you'll need to have the complaint served on the tenant. After they're served, they'll have a chance to respond with an answer form. Attend the hearing. At the hearing, the judge will reach a ruling. If the tenant does not show up, or if the judge rules in your favor, the court will issue a judgment, which gives the tenant 5 days to appeal or vacate. Removing the tenant. If the tenant is ordered to leave and they remain on the property, an execution for eviction will be issued, which gives a constable 5 days to remove the tenant. Damages. Often the tenant's security deposit does not cover total losses. If damages are not awarded at the hearing, you may be able to recover past due rent and court fees through small claims court. Now you can get eviction proceedings started. Get eviction forms, court documents, and all other information you'll need at the link below for free.